Kind of odd when you do an iRacing rain-out show for a racetrack that rained out, and then the power goes out when you're trying to do the iRacing show. Sorry about that, folks. Let your friends and family know that we're back live once again over on the VidaneTV YouTube page, www.youtube.com/VidaneTV/live. You can get the link over on the Facebook page here as well. A little bit of a power outage here at the VidaneTV HQ, but it looks like we are back up and running once again, and we got less than 30 laps to go here. This one, Dale Glessner still holding on. Dale Glessner not holding on to the lead as we're under caution once again. Zen Farrell going to hold on to the, or going to inherit the lead as he has moved up 9 spots here tonight, doubling them up once again. Brandon Newhouse, Tim Szynosky, Adam Henry, and Dale Glessner now in the 5th position. Colby Burkholder, Brian Shipp, Keith Lord, Brad Snyder, and Nathaniel Valente going to round out the top 10. Jared Adams, Jake Grayson, Jacob Kern, and Michael Saylor, the 14 cars, still on the lead lap here in this one. And we've got the lights off on the iRacing pace truck. We're lined up 2 by 2, getting ready to roll once again here at this one. And yeah, we came back from our little power outage here at VidaneTV, and we saw Zany was leading the race. So pretty cool to see Glessner back into the 5th position. Apologize to everybody for that little bit of a hiccup. We're back rocking and or rolling once again here. Let anybody else know if they're having issues watching. Just do a quick refresh on the VidaneTV YouTube live page, and it'll fire right back up. And the lights blinked out once again. So we're going to stay with you as long as we can. We got 27 laps to go here in this one. The front 3 kind of get it sorted out. Henry gets a little bit of a bobble there in that 62 car. He's going to slide up onto the high side. Tim Szynosky going to try and take advantage down to the bottom side. They are side by side from the second row on back, 3rd position on back, as Brandon Newhouse trying to chase down Zane Farrell. They both try to use that clean air for their entertainment, for their advantage, to try and get up towards the front. The 62 car holding on to that 3rd spot. Szynosky in 4th. Glessner holding on to 5th. .25 laps to go here in this one, the virtual North Wilkesboro Speedway. You can see the front 4 cars have gotten it all sorted out. We're still side by side trying to figure out who's going to hold on to that 5th position. Szynosky holding on to it on the high side for the time being in that 41 car, but Keith Lord right there down on the bottom side of the racetrack. One of the quickest drivers here at North Wilkesboro. You can see he's up on the high side, or down the bottom side rather. Slide on up, take that position, going to open the door there for Burkholder in the 26 car. He is down on the bottom side. He's going to try and break in to that top 5 as well. Keith Lord holding on to the, or Szynosky rather, holding on to that high side. Nathaniel Valente has a great spot on this battle, a great seat for this battle rather, in that 19 car. He's going to take a peek now on the bottom side of the 41 car. The 41 of Szynosky dropping on back. Jake Grayson in line there as well. You can see the 12 car going to jump up onto the high side and try and take advantage of a little bit of empty track there all the way up on the high side, but he's going to jump back down to the bottom and see what he can do with the 41 car. And you can see he's right up into the back bumper of that 19 car as they get it almost sorted out. 12 down to the bottom side. Szynosky still holding on tough down on the bottom in the high side. Oh, contact. 41 up into the outside wall. Gives it a little bit of a touch. The 12 car going to take advantage. The 38 car going to take advantage here as well and see if he can get himself a spot or two. Michael Saylor up a spot or two from where he qualified. A little side-by-side up in the few positions up in front of them. The 26 trying to take a peek down low on Henry in the 62 car, who's backed up just a little bit from up on that front row position where he started earlier on in this one. Farrell still holding on to the lead, though, with 20 laps to go. That 14 car looking pretty strong. You can see coming out of turn number 4, or turn number 2 rather, comes up off the racetrack, shoots it on up into the outside wall, and holds on to it for a really good lap. Crossing us right now, 19 laps to go. Brandon Newhouse right in his back bumper, right in his tire tracks, getting almost and touching that rear bumper. You can see trying to use the grass to just a little bit, little Stafford Speedway action, trying to get that car to de-wedge itself just a little bit more. And you can see really using the bottom of the racetrack, trying to get down to the apron to get that car to turn just a little bit better. But all over the back bumper there of Zane Farrell in that first position. There you can see Dale Glessner back up into third. as the caution flag flies for the 9th time here tonight. Jacob Kern in the 4-car pointed in the wrong direction. Take a peek. It looks like the 4-car having some issues here coming out of the pits, it looks like. That may very well have been the wrong replay. Indeed it was. 17 laps to go here at the virtual North Wilkesboro Speedway. The power goes out, everything gets reset. It's only live TV, folks. That's just how we do things here at VidaneTV. But we get to take a peek at pit stops. Adam Henry going to come down and service his virtual late model here with 16 laps to go. Tim Shinoski going to give up a top 5 spot there as well. Jared Adams going to come down, get some service in that 43 car. Here comes Brian Shipp in the 48 car. That pit crew getting their reps in here tonight. The 89 car of Brad Snyder there as well. Going to get some service to that machine. Jake Kern in the 4 car rejoins the field. Looks like might be 1 lap down in that number 4 car, and they are all chasing down Zane Farrell in that number 14 car. And man, oh man, it's been an exciting evening for sure. It's one of those things. We really hate to see rainouts at the racetrack, but we really like to see when these drivers get together on iRacing, do a little trade and paint, if you will, do a little beating and banging and having some fun. And what's cool is after the race, a lot of these guys, they're going to go play Call of Duty together or some kind of shoot 'em up or a little Grand Theft Auto. So it's kind of neat. It's always cool to see racers in the racing community getting together and being able to bridge that gap between the real world of racing and the sim racing and the video game aspect of life. All just trying to have some fun. We're trying to entertain the masses here at VidaneTV. Thank you so much for tuning in here for us, here on Thursday nights. It's been an adventure for sure. This is going to be an absolute blast to watch with 15 laps to go. Going to get the restart with about 13 laps to go. Zane Farrell up front, Brandon Newhouse down the bottom side, Dale Glessner, Keith Lord, Colby Bergholzer, the top 5 as they run. We've got another lap or 2 under caution here in this one. 14 laps to go. The 14 car up front, and the lights are off. The iRacing pace truck, he's going to go down to the safety of pit road once again. The green flag flies. Somebody missed their shift. It might have been that 3 car. You can hear the RPMs getting all the way up, and oh man, calamity ensues in behind. Zane Farrell able to break away. He's got Dale Glessner on that bottom side of the racetrack. Big wiggle from the 3 car U-House. Gets it sorted out. He's going to hold on to that middle groove right now, but he's going to drift up the racetrack. That's going to give the 10 car enough room to clear him. Boom, just like that. Glessner now setting his sight back on the lead once again. U-House struggling now, trying to get that car down to the bottom side of the racetrack, but to no avail. You can see Keith Lord sees that spot down in the bottom side open. He's going to make that move and see if he can slide himself up into that 3rd position, and slide he did indeed do. They're still side by side for that 3rd spot. Dale Glessner all over the back bumper now of Zane Farrell, battling it out for that front spot. Little side by side contact between Grayson and Saylor back in the back of the pack. They get it all sorted out. They're side by side up in front of them. U-House going to slide once again down into Bergholzer. They collect it. They keep going in the right direction. 10 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Zane Farrell up in the front. Big slide from Dale Glessner up to the outside wall. The 10 car is hurt. The 10 car is hurt. He's going to go down. He's going to slide back to 3rd as the 60 car of Keith Lord going to slide on up. He slides down. Big contact once again on the outside wall for the 10 car. Still making it work. Keith Lord doing everything he can to try and muscle his way into that 2nd position. He wants to get up in front of Dale Glessner before Glessner gets back into his groove. He's got less than 9 laps to do it. Going into 3, coming out of turn number 4. They are still side by side. Glessner all the way up, kisses the outside wall that time by. side by side. They make bumper contact once again, door to door, all the way through the racetrack. 38 car hard into the outside wall. We'll take a quick peek. We are still green at the time. At this time, at the 38 car, big time damage. You can see their calamity all over the place. Oh, big contact once again. Glessner with a big shove to Keith Lord. They get it all sorted out. Keith Lord's going to drop back to third, and you can see Brandon Newhouse sees that opening now once again. The back of the race car, big time loose for the number 3 car, doing everything he can to hone in on the back bumper of the 60 of Keith Lord, and you can see Dale Glessner going to try. Oh, calamity back of the pack. 3-4 cars around. Caution flag flies once again. Jared Adams involved, Nathan Valenti involved, Brian Shipp getting a piece of the action here as well. Caution flag flies. 5-6 laps to go. This is going to be a fun restart. Keep in mind, folks, 2 attempts here at the green-white checkered attempt. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Let's take a peek at what went down here. There you can see the 48 car pointed in the wrong direction. We'll back up the tape just a little bit here. As with what we do here at VidaneTV. You can see the 48 gets down on the grass. I believe the incident is up in front of them here. As they get into the corner, there you see the 19 into the 41. They get it sorted out. Jared Adams into the back bumper of the 19, and a couple of cars making contact with the outside wall. Ryan Shipp does a great job getting that car woed up at the entry of pit road. So they get it all sorted out. They got them all lined up. Zane Farrell up in the front position. Dale Glessner, Keith Lord, Brandon Newhouse, Jake Grayson going to be the top 5. Michael Saylor, Colby Burkholder, Adam Henry, Tim Shanowski, and Jared Adams the top 10. Nathaniel Valente and Brian Shipp, the 12 cars, still on the lead lap. Looks like Brad Snyder in the 89 car. 1 lap down. Jacob Kern still out on track as well, having a go of it as well. He is 2 laps down, and it looks like 4 laps down for the 53 of Brent Bickensturff, Bobby Shipp, and Richard Mielib. No longer in this one. Parked down in the garage area watching the rest of the show here on VidaneTV. And again, we thank you guys so much for tuning in here on a Thursday night. This has been a blast. Watching these guys. We hate when the racetrack rains out, but we love it when they jump on the iRacing service, because we're having ourselves some fun here in the broadcast booth, and I know these drivers are having themselves some fun for sure in the iRacing service. And if this is something easy enough for me to say, holy moly, if this is something you want to check it out, www.iracing.com. Couple bucks a month, couple of bucks a track, and you can get out here on the iRacing service as well. They just announced mini stocks coming to the service. That's going to be an absolute blast. Something, maybe a Wednesday night series here on VidaneTV. Keep in contact with all of our social media pages for that as well. Holy moly, we're going to have ourselves some fun. But before we get there, we got to finish this up. 3 laps to go here. We're getting them ready to have ourselves an attempt at a final restart. Remember, 2 green-white checkered attempts. Green flag flies. Once again, Farrell down to the bottom. This is going to be an absolute brawl. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go. Glessner gets a little bit of an advantage coming out of turn number 2. He is going to go up to the high side of the racetrack, almost drag that race car up around the outside. He's got the advantage going into the corner. Zane Farrell going to slide on up just a little bit. They come out of turn number 4. It's the 10 car at the line. He's going to make that car as wide as he possibly can. Big bump there from Zane Farrell. Gets into the back corner panel. Almost sends him around. Backs off the throttle just a little bit. Side by side into 3 and 4. Once again, Farrell down to the bottom side. Glessner. Big slide. The 10 cars around. Oh, they wrecked from second on back. Zane Farrell going to come home with the victory. Everybody else is junked. Big time finish. Great win for the 14 car of Zane Farrell. My goodness gracious. What a show. Michael Saylor in the 38 car. How about that? He was sideways with 5 laps to go. He's going to come home in second. Adam Henry going to come home in the 3rd position. That was it. I already had a cold when we started this morning. My voice is shot. What a fantastic race here for the Jennerstown drivers. The 14 car going to burn it on down, and we're going to try and talk to that driver while he's doing those burnouts. And man, oh man, it's always a blast watching these guys race, especially in the iRacing world. And we always got to be careful when we try and get in touch with the let's see if we can get these drivers moving here. See if we can get in contact with 1 or 2 of these top 3 drivers, and we'll take a look at the starting or the finishing order here as well, because, man, it was an absolute blast. There you see it, Farrell up on top, and it was great to see the 14 car come home with a victory. Sailor going to come home in second. Henry, Grayson, and Burkholder, the top 5. Valente, Shanilski, Uhouse, Glessner, and Lord, the top 10, as you can see 17 drivers starting this one. So we'll wait to see who we can get hooked up with in the post-race show, see if we can get caught up with our winner, our second-place driver, and our third-place driver. As man, oh man, this was an absolute blast. Great to have Jennerstown. It's always tragic to see when the racetrack rains out, but it's always fun to get these drivers together here on the iRacing service for sure.
Paul.
There's Zane, winner of tonight's race, putting on a heck of a show. What an absolute brawl between you and Glessner. Talk to us, man. What a great race.
Yeah, that was fun. Me and Dale were going at it the rest of that race. Their last 10 laps, it was pretty fun racing against them. He had newer tires, like 80 lap newer tires, and I kind of raw dogged it the whole race in the same set. So yeah, come out with the win. That feels pretty good.
Absolutely. Looking in the rearview mirror after the finish of that one, seeing big time junk. What was going through your head at that time?
Well, I was just trying to keep it off of Dale and try to put on a good show at the end there. We were swapping lead back and forth on that 2 to go there coming to the restart there. It was pretty fun. It was fucking fun battle. It was fun battling with Dale, but unfortunately it looks like he got a little loose coming off of 4 there. Just I felt him hit me a little bit, and then I saw it turned up, and I looked in my rearview mirror and saw everybody just wrecking behind me.
It's almost 10 o'clock. It's prime time. You're good. Who's out there watching? Yeah. Who do you want to thank? Who's on that car? Who gets you to and from the track?
I got to thank YRD for the awesome car. He does some pretty good designs. So if you need a design done, hit him up. He makes some pretty badass schemes. That's about it.
Congratulations, man. Great run here tonight. And we'll see you in the NEP Super Truck Series coming up here in a couple of months.
Yep. First race for us is the Gatorade, or our quote Gatorade Duels in October 7th, I think, is our first race. So can't wait to see you guys then.
Going to be an absolute blast. Zane Farrell coming home with a win here at the virtual North Wilkesboro, and the second place finisher going to be that 38 car, one of the best looking race cars here in the field. I mean, it might just be my opinion because I've got I like the bright orange color. But Mike Sailor going to come home in second. Been through the field once or twice, a couple of times throughout the night here. Talk to us. Great finish here, second place.
Thank you.
Yeah, we watched you go through the field a couple of times. How was the car towards the end of it? And did you know we were going to come into a big wreck there on the last lap?
No, I was just hoping to stay together. I got into it with the 12 a couple laps before that and smacked the outside wall, so it said I had wheel damage, and I was just trying to hold it together for the last couple laps, and I saw the wreck happening in front of me, and I went to slow down, and I seen an opening, so I just gave it some gas and went through.
Yeah, crazy finish here. Very entertaining race. What does it feel like getting through that, and what was the kind of tire strategy throughout this one? Did you have any pit stops planned out, or were you going to wait for the caution flags to kind of fly?
I was at least going to plan on pitting halfway through the race. I've ran this track a couple times, and I can usually run good 40, 45 laps on a set of tires, no problem. But the way they fell, and in the beginning of the race, I got tagged and spun out and went to the back of the field, so I figured I'd pit and got a new set of tires, and worked out for me in the end.
Absolutely. Last lap, Wreck putting you on the podium here, second place. Who's out there watching? Who gets you to and from the virtual racetrack?
My family, I gotta thank them and stuff. I actually raced with Zane at Jennerstown, so it's kind of fun to do this. But yeah, most of all, my family, my dad, and all them, they help out a lot. my sponsors, I guess. I mean, I didn't get too many this year. I haven't been racing that much this year, so.
You and me both always trying to get more and more sponsors out there, but it's all good. We're going to try and get more racing out on the racetrack. Great run here tonight, coming home second. Congratulations, Mike.
Thank you.
And Adam Henry might be past his bedtime, the third place finisher here tonight. He is already in the virtual RP and Gonzo for the evening. So that's going to wrap things up here for us at VidaneTV. Got to thank everybody for tuning in here live for tonight's coverage of the Thursday Night Thunder event. An absolute blast when the rain showers fall here. And it's always kind of tough, but man, oh man, we love it when these drivers come to town in the iRacing simulator, and it's great. Awesome to have Jennerstown on board with us here at VidaneTV. Big USAC 100 race this Saturday at Jennerstown. The weather looks absolutely fantastic. Make sure you get out there, get out to your local racetracks, and have some fun. And make sure you get in touch with your favorite driver. Buy a hat, buy a T-shirt. Hey, if they have die-cast cars, buy those too. And make sure you get a corn dog and a Coke as well. Let them know VidaneTV sent you. But that's going to do it here for us tonight. Thursday Night Thunder is in the books. We'll catch you on the flip side. And when